challenge.
It's Brice and Win with the challenge.
Break down.
CBS reality royalty to be crowned.
Survivor, Love Island,
Amazing Race, and Big Brother.
Survivor, Love Island,
Amazing Race, and Big Brother. It's Brice and Win with the challenge.
Break down.
It's Brice and Win with the challenge.
Break down.
It's Brice and Win with the challenge.
Break down.
Welcome to the Wendell Holland YouTube channel for episode 4 of the challenge. Break down. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my YouTube page. Give a thumbs up, leave a respectful comment, and let us know what you think. You know I try to respond to everyone. I don't know about Brice. This YouTube audio can also be heard exclusively on the Purple Pants podcast on all streaming sites. I'm your host, the People's Champ, Wendell Holland, and we are very lucky to have one of my best friends in the whole world, Survivor icon, my brother, the host of the Purple Pants podcast, first third boot of Survivor Cagayan, the purple one, young perp, my sis, the smelliest of them all, Mr. Brice Isaiah. How you doing?
Yeah. That's how to talk. Yeah. That's how to. What's popping? I'm excited. Listen, the challenge just got juicy, and I am here. And word on the block is my cousin is around the corner. So listen, continue with the intros, please.
Speaking of whom, we are even luckier to have the son of a legend, a member of the history-making Cookout, the runner-up from Big Brother 23, the handsomest of them all, Mr. Derek Fraser Jr. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, thank you so much. Can we add more to it? The founder of the Cookout, that bitch, that girl, the icon, the legend, the one who will read you for filth, okay? The one that would sit on you while eating and sleeping, and also demolish anybody in a hall brawl, anything physical. Derek D. Frazier from North Philly, AK.
Listen,
Big
the one who will evoke. Okay, listen.
Sadly to evoke, okay? First of all, can we get to, hold on. I'm trying to figure out why you got that introduction, Brice, from Wendell. It was cute. It didn't turn into, oh my God, did you just say that about first boot or Survivor?
Okay, the shade.
Smelly. I'm like,
listen, the shade. Derek, you've been around me. Do I smell?
No, you definitely don't smell.
Damn.
You smell too good to the point that I wish I could take some of your smell and throw it on other people because they don't smell good all the time.
Derek, have you been around Brice when he gets nervous?
Yes. I don't know. He's never smelled. I know.
But here's the thing, though, Derek. What Wendell is saying is true because when we went to the bike, I was definitely doing this. But
when Brice gets nervous, he starts tooting.
Oh.
But they smell like roses, Derek.
So okay.
Roses, let it be. She's never tooted around me. So
okay. All right. Derek, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I didn't know you was the people's champ. Okay, so now I guess I just learned that.
People's champ.
I am doing, you know what? Life is good. I'm happy. I am just like enjoying being on the other side of television, watching everything on TV. You talk about it, I watch it. I'm just living my best life. You know, I finally got a job, which is great. So I start that soon so I can live my life again. And just getting back into training. You know, I'm going through recovery like you are.
For what?
Just in case for the future. You never know, you know? I want to make sure I'm ready at any moment that someone calls and goes, we want Big D on this competition show.
Ooh.
And I want to be ready because I'm going to eat the girls up.
Let them know. We see the CrossFit on the stories when you are in Horsham, PA.
Yes,
okay,
we
see it.
Yes.
But Derek, what happens if you're out in one of these competitions and someone's in a hall brawl and you have to see somebody like a Brice Isaiah in a hall brawl?
Oh my God. I don't know if I can do that. That's a lot.
Eat?
No, I can't. I just can't. I would literally ask Brice, like, what do we do? Because I don't know what I would do. I can't physically like get hype and want to go against like someone I'm so close to. But anybody else, they can get it. Now, if Brice is like, let's just do our best and see what happens, then I'll respect that and that's fine. But I'm not gonna sit there and use all my power and try to break his neck. Where if it's like anybody else, I'm breaking their fucking neck.
Okay.
All right.
Listen.
All right. Well, Brice, how do you feel when Derek says
So,
he's gonna,
I don't think that's even gonna happen. No,
he's
we
gonna
gotta
take
be
it easy
smart enough
on you?
to play the
It's-
game to know we're not gonna we're not gonna let people throw us in at the same time.
I mean, you know, if that's what they choose to happen, it would happen. And listen, I love my cousin, and we're gonna see what happens. You know, at the end of the day, like, listen, it ain't, you know, it's giving what it gives.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We all know that y'all don't want to see.
Now, if you're in the whole brawl,
there's that.
Okay.
I'll break your neck.
And the story.
Speak
And
on
the
it.
Story. Y'all don't
I'm
want to see
gonna
a
break
real
your
one in
leg
there.
again.
Y'all don't want to see the people's champ in there. Anyway, I digress. Derek, big picture.
Yes.
What do you think about this Challenge USA? How are you enjoying it? I know a lot of your people are out there. Talk to me about the Challenge USA as this incredible show.
As a whole, you know what? I do like the Challenge USA theme. I like that we're giving Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, Love Island, an opportunity to compete. I like that it's just all rookies. Like no one knows the game. Everyone only knows the game that they played in their competition shows. I think that the components are interesting. I like the games that they're playing. Still waiting for a little bit more physical. I'm trying to see where we're not having a lot more physical, but I get it. Everyone's different body frame, so I think they're trying to be fair to people. But it is definitely interesting. I have learned a lot with watching this show. I feel like it has taken a toll in everyone's personal lives. Without us even knowing that was going to happen, you know, because when you go into these competition shows, everyone likes to say, oh, it's a game. Don't take it personal. It's a game. But the way that this competition show is set up and what the storyline is right now, which is crazy to me, because I would think like going into a competition show with Survivor, Survivor, Amazing Race, and Love Island, that we'd be talking about everybody else. It's like we can't stop talking about the Cookout. I'm waiting for my check to come in the mail because I have been on that stream about 4 episodes and I'm not getting paid. Where is me and Hannah are not getting paid? Where's our check? So I'm just kind of like, I get it. You know, they're coming off a fresh season. We're still the topic going into even Big Brother 24.
What's your thoughts on BB24 real quick? 2 words.
I was gonna say, he said real quick.
Garbage.
Oh.
Garbage. I feel so bad for Taylor. I love Taylor. It's just this cast. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense.
Now, and you just said that while watching this, you learned a couple of things. Tell us one thing that you feel like from watching the Challenge USA that you've learned.
What I learned is, you know, I said when I first watched the episode, when it first came out, I'm definitely learning that people are not separating game and separating friendships. I think that people are not understanding that you could sit there and say, this is a game, but it's not. Your reasons is not coming off like a game. It's coming off malicious and
personal,
like bitter, and that, you know, I'm here to get revenge. You know, these words that you're kind of like, what in the world is going on? It's scary.
Go ahead, Perp.
No, I receive what you are saying, Derek, but I also feel like, I don't know, like I feel like I ride the fence on that, because as someone that did not do as well on a reality TV show, I oftentimes put myself in the position of like, if I were ever to return to the TV and I am faced with people that have didn't do me the best, although it's been going on not a decade, but it's going on some time, and I processed it. I don't know what I would feel like in that realm and how I would feel. So it's I just like I don't know. Like, so again, one of the reasons why I love watching the Challenge USA so much is that there are 80% of the cast I know personally.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you know, I can put myself in different shoes and different helmets, and it's an interesting watch for me. So what were you going to say, Wendeezy?
I was just going to say, I think we have Big D on here for the perfect episode because so many of his friends are out there. So many of his castmates are out there. And this episode, there was a lot of action regarding his castmates, his fellow Cookout TNs. And that's why I'm so glad that we have you on the pod today, Derek. So I guess we'll start. This is the challenge. Breakdown. We want to go through the episode, break things down. And I think that you will be able to offer us a very unique insight as to, don't bring too much tea now. You know what I'm saying? You're talking to a man of the people. I'm friendly with a lot of people. And if you come with that tea, I might have to mute you.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
I don't know how to mute anybody. So
okay. Well, can I get back to what Brice just said? I'm gonna hit Brice with this question.
Okay.
If you know the people that you went on the show with, and you develop a friendship with them for 8 months, birthday, funerals, parties, talking every day, cry, emotional, really being friends with them after like 8 months, would you go on the show and then decide you still want revenge after developing those relationships?
Right into it.
So, I mean, here's the thing. It's been almost 7.5 years. I've been to weddings. I've been to births. I've been to christenings. I've been to like stables. I've been to photo shoots of people that I have filmed with. Yeah, like, you know, I've been to a Jeremiah photo shoot that he asked me to go to. And I love them.
You talk to Jeremiah every day, though.
But so I do not. That is the thing. But I do look at Jeremiah as a brother. And I look at LJ as a brother. Wendell was at my home when I welcomed LJ into my home. We watched Survivor together. But I would be lying to say that if I were not on a game show with LJ and Jeremiah, and the opportunity came for me to be able to, I don't know what I would do in that situation.
Especially if you made a decision to work with all Black people and for a cause of a reason because no one Black won Survivor, then what?
What's the question again?
How about this, gentlemen? How about this? We will have numerous opportunities to air these grievances, numerous opportunities to talk about people's motivations for sending people in, to talk about people's friendships. And how, I thought we were friends, but now in this game for a lot of money, now things are being a little funny money. So yes, we will have time to talk about this, but let's get into the episode so that we can get to specific points and talk about, somebody said
absolutely
this,
no. I just like I said, I agree with my cousin is saying. I'm a petty bitch too. I don't forget what somebody did to me. I will get them when I need to get them. But I think that if there was a reason behind it, if 6 Black people got together and was like, we need to make sure someone Black wins this competition. And then if I was not a part of that 6 and I was on the skirts and I'm all doing interviews, like, I'm so excited. I understand. I respect it. This is great for history. I understand. And then I decide to be friends with them. And when I mean my friends talking, like I'm talking like everything from
all of that,
because you could be like some of the other house guests, which I'm not going to name them, which they don't give a flying F. They ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
And guess what? I would respect that. But the problem for me is that why would you go on a show where you made friends with people for such a long time, said you're going to respect the, oh my God, I understand the cookout, I understand the movement, I understand the history, I understand that, and then decide to go, I'm here to get my revenge.
Yeah, I can agree with Alyssa on that. I can. And I could say, look, she understood the mission and respected exactly what they did, but
it's a new game.
That mission screwed her. Like, Mission bigger than a TV show. Beautiful. Love to see 6 black people for the first time in history make it to the end together. Respect. However, they burn my ass in the process. I'm not going to forget that. It is for a lot of money. If we get back now in real life, we could be besties. But if we get back in this funny world that's not real life, that's for a lot of money, I remember, I'm not going to forget what y'all did to me. So if I see y'all out there again, fool me twice, shame on me.
What's the name of the world, Wendell?
What did I say?
Funny.
It is a funny world, is it not?
Okay, I'd never heard funny world before, so okay.
It's definitely a funny world. It's definitely I
don't get funny in them houses on them islands.
Listen, I agree it's a funny world, but I think because I gotta remember that we're also, we're filming the show. Because I'm a brother from Philadelphia, I believe that if I sit there and give you my word that hey, I moved on and I forgive you and I understand things are different. I don't do the flip-floppy thing of when I get in a competition show. I wouldn't sit there and be like, oh, I need my revenge against.
Wait a minute.
I didn't get my revenge against the whole jury because no one voted for me.
No, right. No. But also, Derek, and Derek, you know how I feel about you, and you know I love you, and you know I will. No, but what I would say to you is that I think at times your perspective can be a little different because you are the runner-up of that season. Like, but
take that away. I'm not even saying fuck the runner-up. Even if I'm not the runner-up, I'm looking at it from a point of view that Brice, I am your. If me and you went into the game, Brice, right? We played a game, okay. Unfortunately, I was working with so and so. Right. Your ass got out, okay. Me and you develop a friendship after 8 months. I'm talking about deep. We're not talking about, once in a while I go to so-and-so's birthday or once in a while. I'm talking like I talk to you almost every day. FaceTime, calls, breakdown, emotional breakdowns, things that are happening in our own freaking lives outside of everything else that people don't know inside and out. And you go into me, we go back in the game and you decide to take me out because you came here because you want to get some revenge for something we talked about a long time ago. I'm going to call you a fraud straight up because you're supposed to be my homie. You're supposed to be somebody where me and you develop and me and you are friends. So I shouldn't have to look over my shoulder going, is Brice going to, it's not going to get me.
Right.
Like, we love each other.
Right. Can we agree that these shows aren't real life, first of all?
But that's yes.
So if we can agree on that, then we can understand, then we can almost compartmentalize and separate the two. So
yes.
I feel like
I understand it bleeds.
Yes.
Go ahead, Brice.
I'm just saying, like, I agree with all sides. At the same time, I hear what you are saying, Derek, and it's like, if I go out there with a friend and like you do me wrong, we done. We over. Like but in the same breath, I also feel like I know what it's like to be done over. Pause. And I know it is what Wendell said. It's a funny world. It's a very funny world that Absolutely. I feel like only a couple of people know what it's like to be in that funny world.
Guys, I'm just saying, if anybody, I'm gonna give an example. DX, me and DX don't like each other. Fuck him. I give two shits.
Oh my god.
You got
me and DX don't like each other. I'm waiting for the opportunity for me and him get in a competition together again, so I can just show him who's boss. But me and him don't like each other. Okay, so for me,
I like you, DX.
If I walk into a competition show, right, I know he don't care for me. I know there's no we don't have no relationship.
Y'all got bad blood outside the house and inside the house.
Right, but he's right. So he's allowed to go. Big D was part of the cookout. I'm getting my revenge on him or whatever he wants to say.
Okay.
I would know that. But guess what? Even if I didn't know that, I can't be like pressed about it if he get me out the game. I'd be like, I don't even know him. We ain't even got no relationship.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, because there's a relationship and also there's a movement behind it. It's giving very as my brother said last night, petty broke bitches. That's what it's giving.
So let me ask you a question, Wendell. As you being somebody that has played a season twice of the same game, and after those 2 seasons, you won your first season, you were the first merge boot.
You were the first third boot on Kagayan.
I mean, but you were the first merge boot.
You were the
You
first
know,
third boot on
after they
Kagayan.
made the merge, they voted you out.
After they got 2
Okay,
people out, they voted
listen,
you
I'm just
out.
trying to make a point.
I'm
I'm just trying to make
listening. Go
a
ahead.
point.
Go right
It's
ahead,
no need
play
to
it.
get in your feelings.
Okay, go
If
ahead.
the merge happened, if you were the first merge boot, that's fine.
Yes,
So,
you didn't
but
even make the merge.
okay.
I'm listening. I'm sorry. I digress.
It's
Go
fine.
ahead.
Okay, sorry. Like I was
Just
saying,
Wendell.
first
Come on,
time
bro.
you won, second time you were the first merge boot, and that's fine. Okay. Now that you have gone through that experience, if you were to play a game again, your mindset, what would it be? Because I feel like that could help in this like what we're calling it, the funny world of friendships and games. And at times I see how people could like see one narrative, believe another narrative. Like, what would your mindset be going into it? Because being as though you won $1 million and you won the first boot merge,
and you won the first third boot. But
okay, but
you're the I'm gonna make you a trophy.
okay,
It's gonna say first.
I already have
boot. Okay.
one for you, but it's fine.
All right, fine. Well, what I will say, Brice, that's a good question. Like, if it's a funny world out there, and especially playing with super veterans. I went out to Winners at War after having this awesome ride my first season. I did very well. Me and some very close friends all got to the end together with not a lot of blood on our hands. We played a clean game and I won. And then I came back out literally 2 years later, one of the most recent winners. And I was swimming with sharks from my perspective. These people are career players. There are people that have played 3 and 4 and 5 times. And I went out there thinking that I was on the dream that I had just lived. And that's not what it's about. And I learned the harsh lesson that these people are going to smile in your face and they're going to stab you in the back. And that it's like, to this day, I still think, I'm like, am I even cool with this person or that person or that person? Are they even am I even cool with them? I remember up to Winners at War, exchanging a couple DMs or being friendly at these events or what have you. Granted, I have real friends that I was on there with that I really know, like outside the game for real. But these people that started coming around before Winners at War, then you get on the island and they're buddy, and then all of a sudden you're not on the same island with them, and then you come back and they all stab you in the back or whatever, or you see that they, whatever was said about you. You learn that a couple things. One, these games make people do strange, funny things, first of all. Second of all, you question if these people are real friends of yours, or, all right, did this person just start coming around for the fact that we were probably going to be on a show together? Yeah. So if I were to go back out to answer your question, Brice, I'd look at them all a different type of way.
Oh,
yeah. Now, Derek, and again, I want to get into the episode.
Okay.
But and we'll touch on these things like throughout the episode because there are a lot of common themes. But again, I say, outside the game, and 8 months isn't a long time, Big D. It's not. You could talk to your whole
it's
cast
not.
for 8
I
months.
agree with you. I agree with you.
And you can talk to them every single day, but that won't take away that sting that they felt. You did tremendous in your season, okay? You got to the end in your season, Derek.
Right.
A lot of people didn't.
Right.
And because of that, a lot of people felt that sting, kind of similar to the sting that I felt in Winners at War. So now if I go back out and I see certain people, I know that they might be on some funny type of time.
Right. I think what I was getting at, Wendell, when you were saying that, and I 100% understand, like, people change. I'm not sitting there saying that they can't be hurt. I understand people's feelings because we all have feelings. I'm calling a spade a spade. If you ain't, you could be hurt and say, I ain't happy about this. I got out. I trusted you. And you should be able to say that. Instead of sitting there when people ask, Are you excited about the cookout? Do you love the cookout? Oh my God, I love the movement. This was great. I completely understand it. Given that whitewash type of fucking answer on everything. When
Can't that be true?
Questions, huh?
Can't she be happy about the cookout?
People
and also ready to snipe mofos?
Let me be clear. I'm not talking about one person. There's two people on that show that are outside the cookout.
Okay.
I do respect my friendship with Alyssa. I'm trying my best to figure out where do we go from here. We have to talk about it. I'm not going to bash her. I made sure not to bash her. Am I upset about the words that have been said? Absolutely, and I made that clear to that person. But there's more than one person, so I'm not going to sit there and bash her. But what I'm saying is that people could be upset. People can sit there and be like, you know what? I don't like the way it is. Or they can also be happy for the movement and what's going on. The thing for me is like how you said, if you sit there and you're like, do I really trust this person? Now you know, because we went into another game and how things turned out, that you can't trust this person because you have a relationship with them that was deep. That's how I look at things. I'm different. Everyone's different. I understand your opinion. That's fine. I'm not here to defend the whole entire cookout. I'm not just, there's 6 of us. I can't talk for everybody else. I'm just talking for myself, looking from the outside in and the relationships, because I damn sure know if y'all two went on the show together and y'all two crossed each other, I damn sure know y'all would have a problem in your friendship outside the game.
Maybe. But follow-up question, Derek. Is it good gameplay for someone to praise the to get burned by the cookout and then but praise the mission of the cookout?
Right. Yeah.
And then come off of the game and in her or their interpersonal relationships with you guys one-on-one say, yo, next time we get back out there, I'm gonna get you? Or is it good gameplay for her to just be cool with y'all outside the game? And it could be a genuine friendship. Or should she or they keep it funky with you and say, yo, but if I see you in that game, I know you know what time it is. I question if that's even good gameplay.
Well,
and real quick, let me finish. In practice, when we go to Hearts of Reality, when we go to these events, these fools are fake. I say survivors are playing Survivor at all times.
At all times.
Everybody, oh, I love you. Oh, you're my favorite. And then you see somebody on the island and it's different.
Right. Guess what? And I respect that. And I get that. What I'm getting is that I believe that the individuals that are outside the cookout, if they have beef with somebody in the cookout, but they're close to one member in the cookout, that is where I'm getting. That's my main point. My main point is that if I walked into the game, I'm gonna lay it out for you on the table right now. If I walk into the game, okay, with Brittany, Alyssa, I would think, I'm breaking it down to you. I would think there's no way Brittany's gonna come after me, and there's no way Alyssa's gonna go after X. But I know Alyssa might go after Tiff, might go after Kylin, might go after Azza, might go after Hannah. I don't know. I don't know the relationship. But when I know people, how they're bond and who they're close to, I would never think that Alyssa's going to go after X. Just like I would never think that DX will go after Hannah, would go after Kylin, or go after Tiff. So what I'm getting is that we understand we're a whole. I'm just talking about the relationships within. I was just confused to the storylines that were happening and how they were developed. Because if I go into the game of the challenge, I've already made it clear I'm coming for DX. Everybody know that? You know that? You know that? It is what it is.
Do you think that's good gameplay?
But that's what I want to say to that though, is that is that good strategy. If people know that you are going after DX, then sometimes the strategy might be, maybe I should work with DX because they wouldn't expect it. So
I know, but I'm not that type. I mean,
I know, but
keep it 100.
That's you personally, but other people in these games, things are different. And if gameplay is gameplay. But the one thing that I just wanted to like make clear is that, because I go through Twitter and I go through a lot of things, and I do see a lot of, and I mean, let's not be aloof, I do see a lot of hate towards Alyssa and DX. And
I never want any hate. I'm gonna say
well,
this.
right, but just what I want to say is that, like, although they might have went against the Cookout Alliance in this game, that don't mean that they were opposed to the mission and at that. And like, I don't like people attaching different type of things towards them in this game from that game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, yeah, they could be hurt by what happened, but still understand the need and the representation for the Cookout. However, in this game, I could say that, like, I appreciate the Cookout. However, it didn't work in my favor, so I need to make sure that I align myself differently, and that doesn't make them a bad person.
No, I'm not saying. I would say this. I'm not saying it makes them a bad person. I'm just saying keep it a bean.
They don't have to.
And that's what I'm saying. So if they don't have to, somebody's going to call you out on your bullshit, plain and simple.
And my question is that bullshit or is that good strategy?
You know what?
Showing your hand.
I'll meet you halfway because you play more competition shows than I have. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it's half. I'm gonna say half is strategy and half is bullshit. I think strategy is that I'm going into a new game. I need to figure out. But if you look how things are going and how things are going to go in the future, I don't think the strategy worked out. Plain and simple.
I hear you. Now, I look at vets and how they do their business on these shows. And when I think about this show, I think about Tyson and how he is like the super vet out there. And I listened to a bunch of podcasts about this because, like, I'm a big old fan. And one of them, I don't know if it was a Tiffany exit interview or somebody, but basically what they said was when whoever was competing down in the arena, you got people saying, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. You got all these people. You got Tyson. You know what he's doing up there?
Nothing.
And you know why? Because he's not showing his hand. Because he's not. And so my stance is, I think sometimes it is good strategy. Now it might be a little, it might come off to people as disingenuous or fake or this or that or the third, but I think sometimes it might be good strategy to not show your hand. And let's get into the episode a little bit.
So yes. What was
we get this ridiculous algorithm, and I got into my room a little late yesterday, so I might be off with some of the pairings, but we get the algorithm and we get Shannon and Cinco, Shannon X, Dom and Angela, Danny, Kira, Enzo Cash, David, Justine, Leo, Desi, Kylin and Alyssa, DX, Lucina, Tyson, and who was with Tyson?
Kayla.
Oh yes,
and Ben and Azza. From Amazing Race.
Yes, yeah. I like that team. So, and then we get everybody that go back home, and as usual, the pairs start to pair up. People start talking. We have a moment of when Alyssa was saying that her and DX were pawns in the Cookout's game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you, as a Cookout member, do you look at them as pawns in the Cookout's game?
As game purposes, and because how the Cookout was set up to make sure, all 6 of, African American descents make it towards the end. Yeah, they were a pawn in our game. No matter what, they weren't going past the 6. The goal was to get us 6 members. If things were not the way it was, we already know that the Cookout would have never did what we did if there wasn't a reason behind it. We would have took out each other the first opportunity we can. They would have came after X. I would have went after Tip. There would have been a whole uproar, But yeah, they definitely were, pawns in our game because that's what everybody was. We played the game, but they were more. You weren't going past the 6. We'll get you as far as you can, but not going past the 6.
So you played you all as a unit played a masterful game, and you guys accomplished your goal. And there was some like collateral damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Brice, any take on that?
No.
Okay. We get Shannon X talking about how the house is split. Shan says that the two of them are each other's best insurance policies because, you know, she is part of this Survivor group. He is part of this Big Brother group. Those are the two biggest groups in the house.
Yes.
And what I would have to say is foreshadowing in these episodes of these like MTV and these Big Brother and these Survivor shows. I'm going into the game again. Can't lie. No, sorry, Derek. Survivor strong. I'm going in it very much Survivor strong. And so when I saw this alliance, I'm like, okay, great. Shan just got off the most recent season of Survivor. X is the winner of BB 24, 23, 20. Yeah, like, you know, and so like 23. And
they also have friends that are friends together.
Right. And so what I loved was like, oh my God, I love that conversation. Like, I didn't love the conversation, but when I saw them together, I'm like, okay, great. Survivor Big Brother is safe. But when
two big characters, like two titans.
Yes. But when we saw this foreshadowing, I was like, stop playing. And also, not to mention with that foreshadowing, when we got Queen Justine, she got, you know, David, you know, she was talking about how people say like, you know, they don't know how to take him and they don't know what to do with him. So she doesn't know how to feel. I'm like, see, they give it too much away. They're setting it up. But also what I would like to do is thank them in the setup because I feel like me personally on this podcast and watching the show, I've been Cinco this, Cinco that. And I feel like I have missed a zaddy. Okay. I feel like I missed David.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, David, where art thou? Mary had a little lamb.
Is that how you, for those listening, Brice just pulled up the image of David shirtless on a treadmill, holding a weight over his shoulders.
I mean,
Brice, is that how you train?
Listen, I might be the weight.
Don't tell me you did some editing did you?
No, I did not, but I'm just saying I might be the weight. I've seen David. I don't know a lot of David's history. I know that he's played Big Brother twice. I know that he was on the All-Star. And I you know, I seen him on the cast reveal. I'm like, you know, but I feel like, again, I feel the editing kind of makes me upset because after seeing the foreshadowing of Justine and David and then of this and Shan, I'm like, well, what's going on? But again,
I think they gave way too much away. I don't know why they're editing that way to let us know. Because, you know, when you put two people in the beginning, when you put all these people.
You're in Denver?
Yes, but there's something going on.
It's giving
hood.
It's giving. That's not the trailer that we seen on your story.
Yes, girl. It's giving that I am lying and
it's giving they put you by the expressway.
What else?
Okay. So sorry. I got a weird text message.
From
Mr. Kylin.
My twin. What's up, twin?
Yeah, that's all I can say right now today.
But
yeah, because I let him have it, and we get into it.
I also loved my girl Shannon.
Oh, I love Shannon. Shannon is a fucking queen. Like, Shannon is what I would love to be on like a competition show with, because she's just chilling, laying back. She like, I'm gonna get through, I'm gonna try to make it to the end, do the best I can, but I'm gonna just have fun. Like, she's having fun, but she's also letting the girls know, like,
and at this point she's very happy she got Cinco, as would I be. Like, you know, she's like, how these challenges have gone. You know, this is a very Cinco-friendly podcast. Cinco is my friend. I done met Cinco multiple times.
What up, Cinco?
We love the Cinco.
I always tell him all the time he ain't that cute. But you know what? I always, you know, I love Cinco too. We all love Cinco. I mean, the man is very nice.
Cinco.
We get into a challenge.
But okay, so Derek, before we get into this challenge, so there is like, I don't have no beef with TJ. I feel like my beef would be with TJ's stylist. I feel like it's
Let's talk
either
about it.
hit or miss. And so we had Dominic Abate on last week. And, you know, I had to put Dominic Abate on I give TJ report cards. And so I'm minding my business tweeting. And all of a sudden I see a tweet from Dominic Abate. He like, I need to know what Bryce's report card is on this TJ's outfit. And if you are listening on the Purple Pants podcast, shout out to you. But make sure you head over to the Wendell Holland YouTube page, hit subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments what you think of this TJ outfit.
Brice, to me, it was given bomber / members only / orange is the new black.
I mean, I liked it. I just felt like it was a bit big for TJ.
Big? That looks well.
I just felt like, you know, he could have paired it up with some orange sneakers.
Wow.
He could have had some, like, I don't know. I just felt like the stylist wasn't styling.
Were
Big
they
D,
being lazy?
Big D, what's your thoughts on this?
I have you know how I feel about TJ. TJ is a snack. He's everything. So he could put on it. I think TJ now, with like the years have come, now that he's like older, he's really like soaking in his hosting gig. I mean, the man is fine, but I wish there was something underneath the jacket. I wish the jacket was
like
open.
That is not so zipped up. Right.
I know it looks like it's buttons, but I understand it's cold up there. It's windy. I get it. He got to button it up, but I wish it was open with like maybe a white shirt underneath
or
like,
something to bring out
good.
the orange. Now, let me ask you a question, Derek. Is TJ giving an otter?
Where do you get
TJ is giving the daddy, okay?
Oh, okay, giving daddy. Okay.
Yeah, he's a dad. He's a dad for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Wendell, is TJ a daddy or an otter?
Do I need to blow this whistle at y'all? Shout out to Chappelle. Chappelle called me out on the whistle. This is a 1-of-1 whistle. Oh, now you going right into the falling off the knowledge. Okay. We are into the challenge. It's a trivia contest.
Oh.
And basically, if TJ says, you know, he puts people up in waves, and if you get it wrong, you fall off 150 feet off of a building, right? Enzo said something at one point, Brice, Big D. Can y'all, because y'all probably know what this means, but I don't know.
Don't do y'all.
If I'm not mistaken, Enzo said there's gonna be some doo-doo pies ready.
I don't know what a doo-doo
I
pie
don't know
is,
what that is, Wendell.
Don't lie to me. Both of y'all
I have
know what
no idea what a doo-doo pie is.
What the hell
now,
is pie?
if you are asking for a cream pie, Derek might know what that is.
No, don't even flag on the fucking play. No, flag on the play.
Podcast.
You stay over there, okay?
I quit my podcast.
Because we can all go to your Instagram and see exactly what a cream pie would look like.
As I was saying, then we have our good friend Danny, and you know we get another shout out of our other good friend Kiki.
Hold on, but listen, we just have to give love to the Danny, because one thing about Danny, two things for sure, he's always going to show love to his beautiful and amazing wife.
Kiki.
Yes,
okay, my wife Kiki, and we know because on the Wendell Holland YouTube page in the comments, Kiki be in there. Okay, you say something negative about Danny, she over there not liking the post. Okay,
I have nothing to say negative about Danny. I'm just wanting him to come and cook for me. That's it.
Okay,
there she is.
Shout out to my friend Kiki McCrae. She's amazing. And listen, if one thing's for certain, two things for sure, every episode of the challenge, you gonna get Danny saying, my wife Kiki.
If I die, everything is yours, Kiki.
You deserve it. You deserve it. And listen, you deserve it, friend. Okay, you deserve it, friend.
Yeah. We love you, Kiki. We love you, Danny. We're wishing you well in this challenge, and we hope you don't die in this challenge, brother.
Oh God,
he said it.
I get it. Look,
well,
that's the one thing I would be worried about. I don't
round
trust
one.
Fires.
Danny and Kira, Cinco and Shannon, Dom and Angela, and Xavier and Shan. And I think the first one is, or one of them is like name Spanish-speaking countries.
Yeah.
Don't do my man like that. Don't do my man like that.
The man is very, let me tell you
Don't
something.
do my man
Very
Cinco.
fine. He's
Emo,
very fine.
Ami,
He's
Yami.
lucky he's fine. But let me tell you, his personality makes him more and more attractive.
1,000%. And if you are not
Yes.
following the Cinco on the
Yes.
Instagram, he might have y'all be doing some crazy things. But listen, to get your body together.
The
Yeah.
tough Cinco.
The
So
tough Cinco.
our man Cinco said that Brazil is a Spanish-speaking country, and he had to take a little flight.
Little flight.
Yeah, that
I
was
think his
long
face
flight.
before he went was.
Quick fights.
I had a little game for y'all.
Okay.
Okay, wait, you know I love a game.
Okay. I figure, so let's do one of their games.
Okay.
Derek, you got to hold on like Brice is
Yes.
holding on. Okay. We're going to do states that begin with the letter M.
Oh my God.
And the first person up is the one and only Perp himself, the smelliest guy. Perp, give me a state that begins with M.
Minnesota, TJ.
Minnesota. That's good. Derek.
Michigan.
Michigan. That's good. Brice.
Missouri.
Missouri. That's good. Big D.
Massachusetts.
Do we
Wait,
need to
wait,
add
wait.
that to the break?
No, that counts. That
What-
counts.
What's the state? What is it?
Massachusetts.
Ah!
Massachusetts.
Okay. We
Okay,
will give it
that's-
to him.
All right, we give it to Brice. What
That
you got?
counts.
For all my P Valley people, Mississippi.
Ooh.
Oh, that is okay.
All right.
Is there's
Yeah.
no more, right?
There
There's
are
a
more.
couple more.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Five.
I hope this is a state.
Four.
Milwaukee.
No, Milwaukee.
Press the button.
Is that
Derek,
a state?
Derek, you gotta drop
Is
down.
that a state? Derek, in 5, 4,
No!
Yes,
3,
you have to.
2,
You have to.
you're out of here. Oh, Brice Isaiah wins that.
Stop
competition.
playing with me. Derek, stop playing with me. Okay. Well,
All
I
right.
like to play a game.
Okay.
Derek and Wendell.
Oh, I love a good game.
I love a good game as well.
Let's do this. Derek already
Okay.
lost one time.
Derek already lost one time. Gentlemen, put your hands up. Okay. Let me get my.
Wait, can I get one? Am I allowed?
No, we are 30 feet up, Derek. What the hell do you want to get?
What does Brice have? He has his.
Okay. Okay.
Brice has a Brice Isaiah card with probably questions or something on
Oh
it.
well, no, I can't ready. Derek Derek,
Hold on,
strap
one second.
in.
I
Whoa.
gotta check up on my.
Listen, you're not going to be responsible. No, strap in. Listen, you're not going to be the first deaf on our watch. No, strap in. Okay. The questions are: name a Saucy Santana song.
I got the first one.
Wendell.
Walk, 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 walk,
Booty.
walk, walk.
Okay.
Walk. Let me see you walk.
Boom.
Walk, walk,
Wendell has
walk,
that.
walk,
Derek.
Walk, walk. Let
I
me
said
see
booty.
you walk.
Booty.
Walk,
Boom.
walk,
Wendell.
walk,
Wendy.
walk. Let me see you
Wendell.
walk, walk, walk.
Oh yeah,
walk,
walk yourself
walk.
down.
He
Let me see
definitely
you walk.
gets. He
Yeah.
dropped. He's
Walk.
out.
Walk,
He's
walk,
okay.
walk,
We're about to
walk.
mute his
Let me
mic.
see you walk.
Okay,
Wait.
we
Muted.
muted you. We muted you. Okay, because you're playing.
Okay.
Okay, Wendell, second song. Name another song by Saucy Santana. Now, I want you to get this, and so you should. And it should be in the same vein of what you were just saying.
Okay. Let me see it. Walking like a dog.
Ah!
Walking like a dog. Walking like a dog.
Okay,
Walking like a
okay.
dog.
I'm not
Walking
biased.
like-
Okay. All right. I'm not biased. Okay. All right. He did get that one. Derek.
Material girl.
Ah! No, booth. All the things that keep it jumping on the thought of the truth. Okay. With DZ.
All right. All right.
With DZ, strap in. Paul.
Okay.
Strap in.
I remember one because I have a Saucy Santana playlist. It's called. Are y'all ready for this?
We're listening.
It's called Up and Down.
With Big Lotto. Okay.
Wow, I'm surprised he got that. I'm really
okay.
shocked.
Oh my God, Derek, if you
I know the next one
okay,
because
all right, okay, sorry. Wendell, strap in and stop
I'm
playing.
sorry, my apologies.
The next one because it's your favorite one, Sharkeisha.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all ready for this one?
Oh my God.
Wait, first of all, time out to the Purple Pants Posse and to the Wendell Holland YouTube. I did not think this we would be going on to this round, and I did not forewarn any of them.
Y'all ready for this one?
But see, here's the thing, though. This is like, okay, go ahead, Wendell.
There's not really a lot of.
There's enough. I can think of 4 more by my own, Derek.
4 more?
All I know is you better not be dropping out. Go ahead, Wendell.
Back it up.
I don't know.
Judge, can we get you to Google a song?
I
called Back It
will.
Up by Saucy Santana?
I am Googling that because hold on, wait.
Back it up.
I ain't never heard that.
Back it up, back it up, back it
No,
up,
we're
back it up, back it up, back it
Drop
up,
on,
back
wait.
it up, back it
The
up, back it up.
Siri. Saucy
only got-
Santana has a song named Back It Up. Oh my God.
I only have one more left.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, this might be the last song to save you, Derek.
What is it called? What is it called? Oh my God, I don't want to drop.
Oh my God, Derek.
Oh my God, hold on. It has something to do with money. Oh, wait.
Come on, Easter.
Rent due.
Oh, rant, do. Okay, rant, do. Okay, Derek. Oh my God. First
Here
of
we
all,
go.
wait, why is this so much? This is like so surprising to me.
I already lost the first round. I can't.
No, I know, but it's the fact that Wendell is giving you your competition for this. Okay, Wendeezy.
Y'all probably think I'm not a Saucy Santana connoisseur like that.
But
Hold on.
we all know why you are. But go ahead.
Why?
Because of me. But go ahead.
Here we
Listen,
go.
Derek, strap in.
Oh, he done muted you.
Oh, I feel like you cheating. Wait,
He's
Derek.
cheating.
Derek.
All right, he's not
Okay,
cheating.
all
He's
right,
not
okay.
cheating. Well, Derek muted us. I'm
I'm
still
like
strapped
I
in.
said, and I feel like you can read in his mouth saying, "What's a Saucy Santana song?" I'm
That's
not allowed
what
with
he
that.
said.
Go ahead, Wendell.
I said it 3 times already, and I'm gonna say it again.
I'm sorry. I'm back.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. You face out, Wendell. You are making me. Wait, do you know the dance?
No,
Wait, you just was.
Yeah.
I don't know the dance.
All right, Derek.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
He is cheating, but it's okay. I'll be cheating too, because I got the whole playlist right here.
Oh,
I'm back. Oh, he cheated. Oh, so I won. He cheated.
no. Derek, you gotta fall too. Derek, fall too. Derek, because y'all both was cheating.
Wait, what? I ain't cheat. I ain't cheat. I was telling my roommate that was back that was doing a podcast. I wouldn't cheat.
We read through your lips, Saucy Santana. So, Derek, I'm being TJ. Please drop at the sound of the bell.
I'm not dropping.
Derek cheated too, didn't he?
No, I
No,
didn't.
Derek said that
You
he didn't
cheated.
cheat.
I knew you didn't know no Saucy Santana songs. You're a little cheater.
Whew,
When he
that was a
said,
good
"Here
one.
we go," I was like, "Now, how would he know that?"
Right.
Okay.
I knew he was cheating when he talked about some back it up.
I was trying to make
Also,
up dances.
But also, when Derek first dropped, if you are not watching on the Wendell Holland YouTube channel, do yourself a favor. But when Derek first dropped, he definitely was given this. Okay.
So, guys, I have a real question for y'all. My good friend of the pod, was on with us last week.
Okay.
Dominic Abate.
Yeah.
He said we gotta take it easy on him because he had a bad week last week, but this week wasn't his best week either.
Do you think he had a bad week last week?
Well, other people had a little bit of a better week. Anyway, this week, one of the questions was, what are the top 10 heaviest animals?
Ooh.
Right? And people were saying elephant, whale, rhino. Someone said what?
White shark.
Great white shark.
Great white shark. Who said that?
Yeah. Cinco did. Cinco and Shannon did.
And then what did my man Dom say?
It's not an animal.
It's a fish.
It's a fish.
Okay, do we have we concluded whether or not?
So I felt like under the animals, there are mammals, there are fish,
right?
But a big white.
It's not a mammal.
It's a fish. It's a amphibian.
It's an animal,
right?
But Don was so sure about it.
He's like, they're wrong. But also, this is another thing where I wanted to call TJ to the thing, call TJ to the carpet, was I felt like, okay, they might have, like, they said a shark. And I feel like if you watch Steve Harvey on, what show is he on?
It's Steve Harvey show.
Not the Steve Harvey show. The Family Feud. Like, I feel like there should have been judges, because I feel like if a shark was in the top 10, although it might have been a hammerhead, if they said shark, they should have gave him shark. That's just how I'm feeling.
TJ also has an earpiece, so they're telling him if it's right or wrong. Production tells them that's a right or wrong answer. So if a shark, so that's on production. If the shark is a
different type of shark. Because he did say one type of shark was on there and the white shark wasn't on there. But listen, my thing is, if shark is up there, I would have just said shark, not Sharkeisha, but shark.
You just cast a wide net to use a water reference. So ultimately, Dom and Angela win that round. Cinco and Shannon are out of there. Next round, we have Leo and Desi, Kylin and Alyssa, Derek and Sarah, Tyson and Kayla.
Ooh, listen here. Leo, who I thought his name was Rico at first. I don't understand what his obsession is with the cats.
Well,
I would prefer it be with the bats.
I don't know what his obsession is with the cats either, but you know what? I would think in this moment, I'm like, Leo got this. He loves cats. He gonna know every person that did a play the cat, been a cat, everything.
So let me ask you two guys, after even seeing the episode, can you name Catwoman?
Yeah.
I know two.
Okay, who you got, Derek?
Halle Berry and Anna Hathaway.
Okay, who you got, Wendeezy?
Sharon Stone.
Oh, I got
Halle Berry.
Well, how about the original Eartha Kitt? Okay, this is why I would be so great at these.
Because Brice is that much older than us.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Derek, are you laughing?
Understood.
Here we go.
Understood. What year was that?
First of all, I just know random facts like that, and so which is why I was
from your college years.
Don't do that, Wendell. You are a decade older than me.
Not a decade.
Yes. Kylin and Alyssa killed it. Yeah. Okay. Derek and Sarah, baby. Sarah was like, Derek, what is you doing out here?
She said it. I thought it. She said it. Not as smart as she thought he was.
They got the Catwoman problem wrong. Your girl Desi and Leo, they were out of there with the what? The end states?
The end states. He said North Dakota twice.
He did.
Fast forward, our boy Tyson was out when he said Garfield was one of the first 10 presidents.
First of all, what about I thought of like Lincoln. No one said Lincoln.
Really?
No.
No, I don't think anybody said Abe Lincoln. Nope.
And Shoutout have been up there like Obama.
One of the first 10 presidents.
He the first.
You know what?
He the first.
Okay,
He's
all
the
right now.
You
first.
should going out like that, girl,
All right
because
now,
TJ would
okay.
have
Bless.
Yeah.
Because I would have been. I'd have been. Okay. Out.
Okay, so then we have the third round.
The third round.
We have David and Justine. Ben and TJ did it again. Azah.
My
He was
love,
hit-
my queen.
He was hitting that Azah.
Okay.
Ozza came through with
Mhm.
the through.
And we had Enzo and Cash also.
Enzo and Cash.
David and Justine out first. Enzo and Cash out second.
I also felt, can I say something? I really felt bad for David because Justine was like, David's not a great competitor. Like, she's going off what people said. And I was kind of like, girl, this is different than Big Brother. Was David good at Big Brother? No, but he obviously has put in a lot of work to show that he's a great competitor. And I hate that she was like dwelling on that throughout the episode.
Hold on a second. I'm not a Big Brother watcher.
Yeah.
Are you telling me David wasn't good at Big Brother?
Oh.
Are you telling me that our brother wasn't good at Big Brother, or did it happen to be a bad season for him?
I mean,
His first season was a bad season. His second season, his All-Star season, I just think that he got caught up with not paying attention as well. That's
Maybe
all.
he was a victim of circumstance.
I don't like to bash, people that I know.
People
So I
that
just
could
don't want to. I don't want
beat
to
you
do
up.
that.
But what you think about the current season of BB?
Girl, we ain't got any power, but I mean, it's giving weird, just like a lot of things right now with both of the shows. They're both giving weird to me, but the CBS the Big Brother season is definitely giving very weird. I don't get it. I really don't have words for it because I don't get it. It's not really meshing the way that I thought it was going to mesh, to be honest.
Well, let's stay tuned. So we get the losers round.
Ooh, child. Now, listen, one thing's for certain, two things for sure. Sandra Bullock has been in Not Legally Blonde. But I know a Sandra Bullock movie when I see one.
Name one.
Hold on, wait, give me a second, and I'm not cheating. Sandra Bullock played in The Shack.
The Shack?
Google it.
All right. She played in A Time to Kill.
A Time
Derek.
to Kill.
Derek, what you got?
The blind side.
Yeah, she did. She was that Xavier. Bryce, what you got?
She also played in that movie where she was like that computer analyst that
5, 4, 3, 2. Bryce fall off.
Dropped. All right, Wendell, go ahead.
Nah, we good. Bryce lost the losers round. He is going right to elimination. Thank you very much.
Okay. And let me just say this, and one thing's for certain, two things for sure. How I know Danny McCray is in my age bracket, because when
why are we back to your age? What happened?
Well, listen, okay, because when Danny McCray, first of all, Danny got up there and said, "My wife Kiki, if I lose this, if I die, you can have a white." Listen, but the second that, okay,
I don't know about hockey. That
David got this Sandra Bullock wrong and dropped down, and Danny McCray, Danny, Jamarcus, Michael, Zachary, Aiden McCray knew that he was not going into elimination. This mother effer turned into, okay, a Dragon Ball Z.
I can't.
I was done.
I can't.
I said, tell me you excited. You not going into elimination without telling me you excited about going into elimination.
Was hype. For those not watching the Wendell Holland YouTube channel, for those listening to the Purple Pants podcast, this fool Bryce Isaiah has edited a Dragon Ball Z haircut onto Danny. I guess what might be referred to as a Dragon Ball in his hands, and another character right next to him.
I'm sorry, that is actually Dragon Ball Z God. That's the God form in the blue.
Oh,
I am a
okay.
big Dragon Ball Z.
Listen,
fan.
let us know, friend.
We know whose age bracket is Danny now.
Oh,
Derek and I, and we know
I am
who-
30 years old.
Okay, and Derek and Danny and I are closer to age than we are to Wendell. But anyway, on the next bracket,
The winner's round. Dom and Angela, Kylin and Alyssa, and Ben and Azza.
oh, okay. Listen, Azza, we love a good Azza moment. And okay. Listen, Azza did her best. My good sister said,
I love her.
Easter.
She did, and I know Azza was freezing.
Oh,
I know Azza was like, I'm so over this. She is like freezing up there because she's like a toothpick. So for her, she gets cold quickly. She does not like the cold.
Speak into the microphone, Brice.
My one question for the
McLean.
Azza was, girl, how did them lashes do when you do the
Brice
drive?
always
Look,
comes at
she
Azza's
got
lashes.
those good lashes.
She
girl.
got the good lashes.
She made it clear, and she put it on her social media recently. She said, "Y'all looking for good lashes? Y'all better hit this up, okay?"
My goodness, for those not watching,
We love
Brice
an
has an
Azza.
eyelash on his eyelid, and he is looking rather afflicted right now.
Listen, because after Azza,
Easter.
Azza said, "Give us a second." She said, "Easter."
Yeah,
Now,
she
mind
said,
you-
"Hold on, give us a second."
Give us a second. Now, I was saying, like, well, where's Juneteenth?
Mm.
Where's Flag Day?
I didn't even think of that.
Where's
Shout
Yom Kippur?
Mm.
Is it Hanukkah a holiday?
Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah.
Isn't Big D a holiday?
Okay.
No. How about
It
Dom
is.
said MLK Day?
Okay, MLK Day. Somebody said Boo C.
New Year's Eve. New Year's Day.
New Year's Eve. New Year's Day.
I would have been up there like this. New Year's Day. New Year's Eve. Big D's Day. Every day.
They would have said, what? Yo ass is falling. So, Azza and Ben say, Easter, they're out of there. It's down to Angela and Dom, Kylin and Alyssa. Down to Zodiac signs.
Listen, now, this is what pissed me off. I'm like, first of all, we are on the eve because we are recording Thursday night because we all know that Wendell is in Denver. If you have not checked out his Instagram story, this is my trailer. They're giving me alkaline water. It's so great.
What is he doing? Filming stuff for his show?
He filming something for something. But my big brother is doing big things. And listen, I might clown him, but I don't play about him. I am so proud of him. And I don't play about my pop bro. But listen, when they were saying the Zodiac signs, and we are recording on the eve of Beyonce, the Renaissance, Act 1. Don't nobody have the original Beyonce album signs? Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Geo, Gemini. Oh, I'm like, where are y'all at?
Where y'all at? Because I would have been up there like, TJ, I'm about to wrap them all off and drop everybody.
I was
Where
in
y'all
love
at?
with a Pisces.
Oh, yes.
I
That's
don't know
my
the rest of that
song.
part. Okay, here Wendell normally know all the songs, but I literally in my head, I'm like, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Gemini, Taurus. Oh,
Sagittarius.
And I love. First of all, Wendell, if you know the song, who is the song featuring?
Trey Songz. No, I meant
Azza. It's featuring Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
Anyway,
So
Kylin
ultimately, Kylin
and Alyssa
win.
win. First of all, Big Derek, what's your thoughts on this podcast right now? Because we did came in hot and heavy, and now I feel like Wendell is all with the joke. What's your thought process? I got these lashes on.
Yes, no, listen, this is a fucking whole hoot, and I love it. I would say this. I'm so
It's a
glad
what?
that Kylin hoot.
I got you. I'm with you. I thought you said a ho hoo.
I'm so glad that Kylin studied. I know he worked his ass off. I give credit where credit is due. These eyelashes that you put in Brice are a mess.
Asa need to put me on. Asa need to put
I'm
me
so
on.
glad that Kylin studied and got all the questions correctly. And I'm giving credit where credit is due. He definitely deserved that win. He's been working his ass off, to make sure that he is prepared for the challenge. And you can see he's prepared for the challenge. So I give him where credit is due. Alyssa is also put in work and did everything that she needed to do. Standing up there, being an ear for him, helping him get through the challenge. So they definitely deserve that win.
So what I would love to know your thoughts on, Derek, was after we saw them win, and then immediately when the winners go into their winner chamber, we saw this
conversation
with X and Kylin and Alyssa. What were your thoughts when you watched it?
So I would say this, for me is just like I'm not, as Wendell spoke about earlier, just like Survivor players are constantly playing Survivor. Big Brother players are constantly playing Big Brother. So going into this, just knowing this whole dynamic and everything, I already knew when they sat down with Shan and Xavier that Kylin been waiting for forever to get revenge against Xavier. For whatever reason, still don't know until this day, the main reason, because, it just really didn't make sense. But he's been waiting to get his revenge. He always felt like Xavier is his big competitor. So I think the look in this conversation that he's having with him, I felt like he was getting like damn, I want to throw you in, but I can't because Alyssa is his number one, and Alyssa would never be down for that. Where having the conversation and watching Alyssa and Kylin have this conversation, I felt like it was going to, I feel like they were kind of like, playing mind games, but like, joking with them, like being like, hey, we got power. We could throw you in if we want to, but they're not going to, as what he's thinking in his head, in that moment.
My question to you, I guess, Big D, because you know X the most, is that from a viewer watching this show and seeing like the conversations that happened earlier and all of this, when I see X having this conversation, I'm like, does X believe this? Or like, is he like listening to them and being like, you know what, I'm not believing y'all, I need to prepare? Like, from you seeing this, do you feel like X believed them and that he was safe, or do you feel like it was still in the back of his mind? Because although like I love me X and I respect X 1,000%, but for me, I feel like at any given time, knowing the history of the Cookout, knowing how when Kylin left, that was a very contentious moment. They were able to walk, work it out. But for me, if I'm X going into this moment and knowing that Kylin has that power, I feel like I might have a little Dominic Abate in me where I'm like, let me just prepare to go in because anything can happen.
I know X. I know X better than anybody in the whole entire BB23 group. We've talked so much constantly, even to this day. I think in that moment, I think he felt like there's no way. Like he's thinking he knows Kylin would, so he's like, I know Kylin would do that. He knows that. He's not stupid. He knows that. But I think he would never think Alyssa would. And I think that's where he's like, kind of like, yeah, they can tiptoe all they want, but I know Alyssa ain't going to do that to me, And I think that's what's going through his head,
We also have him saying to them, hey, look, like if y'all do throw me in, I'm gonna come back up here and I'm coming for y'all and I'm joining Survivors. What's up?
Yeah. Which I mean, I don't blame him, because then he's betrayed. So what else would you do? If I was betrayed by anybody who I'm close with, like if I went into the game, at the end of the day, like if I went into the game, I would tell you the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you, because of the street smart I'm in, I would trust y'all more than I trust people in the BB.
Well, yeah.
That's
Who,
just
me
how.
and
That's
Brice?
just. Yes, I wouldn't trust you.
You can't.
I
You
actually
can't trust
no, I would
Bryce.
not
You can't
I
trust
wouldn't
Bryce.
trust you, Wendell, because
Don't
I
trust
know
Perp of all people. I mean, you trust
I
me.
will trust Bryce, but I could not trust you, Wendell.
I can't trust you. But the thing is, you can trust me because I'm going to the end with you,
I'm
Derek.
not trusting you because you're not going to the end.
So we're
Derek,
not going to the end, Wendell.
Nah, Derek, Bryce, you come to the end with me too.
Not
no,
a third seat.
I'll bring
No,
both of y'all
hold
to
on.
the
Let me
end
tell you
gladly.
something. First of all, there's no way in hell I would trust you because you wouldn't think about the outside world. You would be so about like, I'm going to do whatever I need to do. You wouldn't think about trying to protect Bryce or me. So there's no way.
He think I'm the people's champ.
Yeah.
First of all, first and foremost, don't play with my name. I am the people's champ. But secondly,
I don't know why I'm getting a taste for onion rings. Like onion rings, like corn chips. I don't know what it's giving a very strong.
But I do want to get back to what we were saying. Okay. I think that in Xavier's moment, he's like, if Kylin was paired up with somebody else, he knows he's going in. He knows it. But because Kylin was paired up with Alyssa, and Alyssa is his number one, because keep in mind, Xavier was willing to put his neck on the line to tell them Tiffany can go for Alyssa. So that's how badly he is. He knows Alyssa would never do anything to him. So he's just like, whatever. That's why he kind of joked, like, even though he's saying I'm coming back to get you guys, he's kind of saying it in a way of a little bit of joking, like
y'all ain't doing this to me.
I know my own people not going.
So here's a follow-up question.
Yes.
Sorry, Bryce. If he knows that they wouldn't go for him, which they ultimately ended up doing, do you think but he knows that Kylin would, if paired with someone else, go for him? Is there a world where Xavier would shoot that first shot at Kylin? No, because he knows Kylin would shoot that shot at him. Or is the world only, you know what, y'all got it done with a cookout, so Xavier ain't gonna shoot at none of them because he's under the assumption that they gonna ride together as far as they can.
I don't think that's the case. I think going into this game, number one, as the moves that are being done, and look at the setup. We have Survivor, Love Island, Amazing Race, and Big Brother. If I walked into the game and saw this setup, no matter what, I would have been like, we need to work together, and then we could take shots at each other once we get out some of these people. That would have been my first thing, okay? The second thing would have went through my head was we also are underneath the impression that no matter what, we're not the same people that we were before. So me going into the game, I'm not thinking in my head like, oh, I need to protect Kylin. I need to, like, if Brittany was there, Brittany would be my number one. I'd be like, Brittany, Azza, Tip are my number one. X got him, a number one. But everybody else from BB23, I would have been like, I don't really care. So what I'm saying is that I think in the world that you're talking about, Wendell, I think people thought automatically that we were going to work together, like the cookout was going to work together and get everybody else out. That wasn't the case. The case was it was going to be every man and woman for themselves. But once you put yourself in a competition show where you have other shows and they have numbers, you got to play smart. That's what I'm getting at. I think that people are not playing smart in this game.
I also just want to say that, again, I feel like we're talking about Alyssa, we're talking about Kylin and Xavier, but also like for Alyssa to be able to be from a strategic point, like, are people giving Alyssa her flowers? Like, although we love X and we're sad to see him go, but like, I feel like from a strategic point, if this, and again, I'm from the Survivor world, this was the Survivor world, and Alyssa was able to pull a move off like this on a Survivor realm. Like, that's a huge move.
Yeah.
To be a queen. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not taking. I think what I'm trying to say is that if that's a big move, I'm gonna leave it at this. If that's a big move, is that big move gonna help her?
We're gonna have to
Time
see.
will tell.
So we'll come back to save that clip. If this move that she did, save it. The move that she did it help her towards the end?
So here's another question. Because it sounds like, Derek, it sounds like what you're saying is this is a good move, but it's a little early to go for. It's a little too early to cannibalize yourselves. And I think we saw that in Survivor 41 when the Black Alliance went for Shan.
Yes.
It was just a little premature because you didn't have those numbers. So once you gun for one of them, the numbers started falling like flies.
Right.
So
I'm just saying game move. If I understand she went in like, I want to prove myself and I want to show that, I can play the game too. Okay. This is the move that she wanted to make. Let's give, like you said, flowers. Let's give her props. She was able to pull off this move. But, it's one of those things where we just have to see what the outcome is going to be. If she wins the whole thing, guess what? Girl, good job. Like everything you did was smart. But if you don't win the whole thing and you go out, whatever, next episode, we don't know. What do you do then? Was it a good move because it didn't get you to where you wanted to be at?
I also feel like we said earlier, like this is such a funny realm. Although this is not a returnee season, at this point, everyone that is playing, whether it's their fourth or this is still a returnee season.
Yes,
and
we don't know what the future is.
We don't know what the future is, and so at my thing is, if you have the chance to to snipe somebody out,
okay, snipe them.
Not saying good or bad, but again, it's weird because again,
this is a funny realm.
It's a funny realm as an X fan. I'm hurt by X's being gone, but also at the same time, me being somebody that can relate to the Alyssa story of going home prematurely. There is that revenge element, or not or being let me put you down and see what happens. But I mean, again, it's very funny type of time. But again, we also see Kylin and Alyssa talking to Justine and David, asking who they would want to go in. And again, they're giving very much the type of conversation that is Love Island strong. First of all, another thing that I would love to just also talk about is I feel like on every episode, I feel like there is at least one person that's like, oh, I keep getting paired up with these Love Island girls. You keep hearing that. But then at the same time, in the realm of when it's time to vote people off, I feel like the Love Island girls be having the strongest pull over where things go. It's so interesting to me.
Yeah. I will say this. I feel like the Survivor, I'm going to give you this. The Survivor, the Love Island, and the Amazing Race teams have really, since the beginning, been staying strong of we need to be together. They might understand they might lose one member of their team, but they're not really trying their best to throw their members in. And I had to give them credit. They are really we're going to work together. Can I be honest? I thought Survivor, y'all motherfuckers, would have been throw each other in. We don't care. But the fact that you guys are playing, and I love the way that the Survivor guys and girls are playing, because I'm getting this vibe of they really are they're going to work together to a certain extent, and they're sticking to that. Usually people are okay.
Question for what might be an alternative explanation. Derek, who's the strongest player in the house?
Tyson.
So if the strongest player in the house is a Survivor and has won a few and might arguably have the most pull in the house, then one might think that group, the Survivor group, it might be in their best interest to stick together.
Yeah, yeah.
So that might just be another thing. It's like it might not just be because hey, they're survivors or whatever. Like it might be all right. Well, this person happens to be a clear standout, and these people are aligned with that one person. So yeah, they're gonna do pretty well at least right now while he's winning or politicking his way out of the.
At this point, though, who has won more challenges, Kylin or Tyson? Or Angela?
I thought
Or they tied?
Tyson won 2, right?
2. How many has
And
Kylin
Kylin
won?
won 2.
But he
And
won an elimination.
No, Kylin won 2.
2
Kylin
and an
won.
elimination.
No, Kylin won 2 wins. He won.
So Kylin hasn't been in the elimination, sir.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not talking.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
Kylan has more money than Tyson now.
I'm talking like wins. Yeah, who like
Are we talking challenge wins?
challenge?
Okay, Kylin won with Angela. Kylin just won with Alyssa. 2.
And
Tyson also won 2, I think.
Yeah.
and Angela has won. 2.
Yes.
And so, I mean, again, I'm just saying in that same vein of thought of what Wendell was saying, for me, it would seem that Big Brother is running the house.
No, because we're seeing Big Brother cannibalizing themselves.
That's
I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if you look at it, if Big Brother was running the house, there wouldn't be Big Brother players going home.
And that's why I just threw the question at Derek. I didn't say based on whatever criteria. I just said, hey, who's the standout
strongest person? Yeah, strongest player. And he went to Tyson. I'm saying like
the reason why I said I'm gonna say Tyson
Kylin.
I'm gonna say Tyson and Angela, because when watching these episodes, it seems like people are asking for permission to do things by Tyson and Angela. They're asking the running things by Tyson and Angela. So for me, because people want to work with them, which that's fine. People want to work with them. People want to run the final with them. People are looking at the future. I'm just kind of like, well, these two must be running the house because they keep coming to them, asking them questions and bringing them the bone and whatever that's going on.
Not the bone charade, not the bone collector charade from Atlanta.
Doing the what?
The bone. They be bringing the bone on these things. So, it was just weird.
All right. What is the name of this challenge, Big D?
Smash and puzzle out.
Oh.
Let me do it again. Smash in and puzzle out.
One more time.
Smash in and puzzle out.
Okay, gentlemen, enough. So, Brice, do we have a TJ look?
Stop playing with me, okay?
Derek, I want you to give the first opinion on this.
Now,
TJ
first
look.
of all, we seen this jacket before. Also, TJ in this like promo photo that they was giving, it was giving very much a Brice Isaiah pose. Okay?
No, because Brice got the hunchback of Notre.
Okay, but I love the hands in front of me, little kid. Like, but my whole thing is like with TJ with this jacket, like you got a baggy jacket and some baggy jeans. Pick a struggle, TJ. Like
I know. I just wish everything was just a little bit more tighter.
Right. But in this look,
look at him.
Okay, he was giving. He's Paulie D from the Jersey Shore. He had his collar pop.
That's not what I got from
but he's got the salt and pepper beard to match the gray jacket. I'm not mad at it.
He looked good. Good.
I mean, overall, from the orange look, I will give a B-.
Just know when I meet TJ, I'm calling him Dad.
Are you gonna give him a hug?
Oh, baby, the biggest hug ever.
Are you gonna give him a hug when you get eliminated in the hall ball by Isaiah?
Oh my God! Why do you keep trying to put me and Brice in a hall ball together?
I told you
Derek, ask him this: who will win in a hall brawl between him and Dominic Abate? Oh, thirsty much? Look, okay, like like what's the answer to that one, Wendell?
I just want to say this. There's no way, and you can mark this down. There's no way that me and Brice will get ourselves in a situation where we allow the house or anybody is in power to put me and Brice in elimination at the same time.
7 months later.
Go ahead, girl.
No, if you buck, no.
You were like, I can't believe sis did that to me.
So well, here's the thing, Derek. Never say never. I would never say never, but what I would say is that that's not our wish. So yeah, if we were ever in a house together, then clearly we're gonna work together. But I'm just saying, Never say never, because we just never know. Like, I might lose a challenge and they might want to put you. I don't know.
And they might
It's
want
not
to
what-
put you out.
Flip that house upside down. I will. Don't even. Let me just be nice.
But I mean, yeah. So never say never. But
'Cause
you
I'm
know,
crazy. I'm crazy. I will let those motherfuckers have it if I have to. Okay.
Well.
So here we have David and Justine versus Xavier and Shan.
Xavier
And-
looking like a snack.
Oh, okay. No,
Such-
Okay.
My bestie look good. I mean, what you want me to say? He look
I mean,
good.
my bestie don't look like a snack, but my bestie's not ugly, so I get it.
Before they get down there, we have DX kind of saying like, "Hey, it's a puzzle," or kind of like giving Alyssa eyes. "Hey, it's a puzzle."
Saying
Xavier's
no.
good at this. This is not a good idea. They still call Xavier and Shan down. Shan's look when they call them.
Shan and Xavier. And again, one thing that I noticed the most was that when Tiffany and who did she go home? Tiffany and Cashel, they were caught off by surprise.
Yeah.
And clearly by Shan and Xavier, they were caught by surprise.
That's
You know
what
who
I'm
else?
saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Like it's if Kylin was matched with somebody else, I feel like X will know, because Kylin wants this revenge on we don't know what, the air itself in the air, you know, that he would feel like, because at the end of the day, I'm the one who voted for Kylin to go out. I could have kept Kylin and got rid of Ozza, but he has this big revenge with Xavier that's like crazy for no reason.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've had conversations with Kylin and Xavier, but do you think that Kylin during 23 thought he was better than Xavier or a better competitor or any of these things? And then he goes out prematurely in his head, and now he's like, I'm about to show y'all something. Do you think there was any of that? I know that
I think that Kylin he's a very competitive person. So he always wants to go against people that are competitive. He felt like Xavier was his biggest competition. So he wanted to be in the finals with Xavier to show that whole Superman / Batman shit and prove that, you know, he can beat Xavier in a game, because he felt like Xavier was his biggest competition. But in reality, the biggest competition for all of us was really Tiffany. Tiffany was the biggest competition to all of us. And we got her out.
I think a lot of people kind of came to that, agree with you on that. I guess, and again, I didn't really watch a lot of it. Did one of them win more challenges than the other or something?
No. I think X won 2 HOHs, if I'm correct. And Kylin won 2 HOHs, if I'm correct.
Let us know in the Wendell Holland.
I'm so sorry if I can't. Don't tell me. I could look it up because I want to make sure I'm correct.
No, that's all right. They'll let us know. But you know who else was surprised that they got called down? Ozza. She said, "What? The tea is hot." She looked more surprised than any. Right, pulling out the eyebrows.
Ozza was like, the group chat is not going to be the same. And I was like, yes, that is so good. But also, one thing when that happened was it gave me a little bit perspective of a Dominic Abate. Because last week I was over Dominic, like essentially saying like, I'll go in if I need to go in. And I'm like, why are you going around telling people that? Like, that's annoying.
I think he was over it. I think he was checked out.
No, right, by no means. No, I'm gonna say that. No,
he was essentially being like, if my name is thrown around, I'm gonna let him know I'm ready to go in. You won't catch me by surprise.
You won't catch me slipping.
You won't catch me slipping. And me watching that episode, I'm like, what is you doing, stupid?
I'm sorry. I really got and Wendell, I don't know him, and Brice, I don't know him that well. I was underneath the impression that he was kind of like, I don't really want to be here anymore.
No. And I'm telling you as an insider.
And watch last week's episode.
Yeah, got it.
He essentially said, Dom dropped some knowledge on us last week that he got tea that James was selling him a dream, and that he was really knowing that he was going in. So what we saw of Dom, like basically saying, Cash, like, get ready to go in because we going in. Right. And so what I had in hindsight, seeing episode 3, I'm like, what is you doing, stupid? you make it. But at the same time, watching this episode with Xavier and Shan, I almost wish that, I don't know how caught off by surprise it changed the fate of it, but I just wish that they had that attitude going in. Like, if you nuck, then we
like
buck.
we know we're going in
Right.
all day. I'm gonna prepare my mind. And Xavier's a competitor. Like, if
Right.
he would have just if he wouldn't have thought, oh, we got bonds, I'm cool with Alyssa, I'm cool with Kai, even though he might. Nah, if he would have said, like, he was preparing for one of them college basketball games,
Right.
yo, it's a game day and I'm locked in, then maybe it wouldn't have caught them so
And
like,
not just him, Shan too. Like, you know,
I thought they were locked in. Did you not feel like they were locked in? I feel like they were like,
I felt like they were
They got
adrenaline
snapped
locked
in.
in. Yeah, like, you know, like, oh, I gotta go now. Not
fight
that
or
like
flight.
yeah, right. As opposed to being like, I'm going in, what's up? I'm going in,
What's
they were
up?
caught off guard. That's what I'm saying. I think that a lot of these eliminations have been caught off guard because of not. That's what I'm saying. I think that if Kylin was matched with somebody else, Xavier would have been like, Shan, we gotta be ready.
But
Like, if this man's gonna throw me in. Where because he's matched with Alyssa, I think there's a different dynamic. And that kind of shows because think about Tiff last week. She was like, I mean, Tiff the week before. What's going on? She's not thinking she's going in.
well,
But-
right, that's kind of sort of to my point of, like, I was mad at Dominic Abate for his name was around, but he was given like safety, like, you good. But throughout the episode, we saw him being like, I'm ready to go in. I'm ready to go in. Like, and I'm like, what are you doing? But no, like, and what the difference could have made if Tiffany and Castro was like, we going in. What's up? You know, like, you don't know. Like, and so, and again, and every Big Brother person that we have seen go home thus far has gone home under the element of surprise.
Yeah.
We have a right after they get called down, we have a ex-confessional that says, like, Kylin, you really don't know how to play these games. You're stuck in BB 23. As in, like, look, yeah, I bested you in BB 23, or you were eliminated prematurely maybe in BB 23. But look, we should be sticking together right now. It's still early. You're stuck on that. We get a confessional from Alyssa saying, do I feel bad? A little, but he did the same thing to me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was hard to see because I felt like when her name was on the chopping block, who was the first person she was running to was X, and X saved her. And I don't know, like, yeah. So again, it's such a hard, like, a funny realm in which that we're in.
It's a very funny realm. You know, I the way I look at it is that, you know, I have a friendship with Alyssa. And, you know, like I said, everything I say is nothing disrespectful against her at all. She knows, like, I've said everything, like, girl, what's going on? I'm confused, like, learning about stuff. But this move, and I mean, you know, her saying that he did save her because, you know, he could have kept Tiff and then just been like, roll with that thing and stuff. I think it's just like he said. I mean, X said it, like, you got to play to win the game. And if you watch the challenge, people that win the game are majority with the big numbers that make it further in the game. So
I asked you this question.
Yes, I think we're just
There's strength in numbers. That's what you're saying.
Right. We're extracting numbers. Even if I don't like you or not, you're still a number that someone, at least I could say, oh my God, I know you. I don't know these Survivor, Love Island, Amazing Race people.
So could the mistake have been on X blessing the Tiffany vote or blessing the Tiffany? Like, could that have
been? Did he cast the first stone?
Did he cast the first stone? Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But this also goes back to what I was saying before, that people were thinking that because Alyssa came in there week one, like, oh, the cookout messed me up and da-da-da. You have to look at it this way. Beforehand, there was no, people were going in there, like, with the people they cared about. So it's like Xavier already is making it clear that Alyssa's my number one. He didn't come in saying, the Cookout's going to do the same thing. Again, we're all together. So for him to do that, they obviously showed we're not doing this whole Cookout thing again. So
was he saying that she's his number one to everybody?
Yes, he was. Everybody knew that was his number one.
Okay, right.
Even people that are Alyssa and Tiffany knew that. Everybody knew that.
All right.
You would think that, but this is where I say, when I go back to your line that you are using, which I love, a funny world. That's what the thing about the funny world.
Episode title.
Yes, the thing about the funny world is that you also got to take in consideration that people go when you have relationships with people outside the game, and then when you go into a game, you would think, just maybe I'm a little bit dumb or naive or silly, I would never think in a million years if I went into the game with Brice after everything we have talked and been through and friendship, I would never think in a million years that Brice would throw me in or backstab me. Where I might be close to you, Wendell, and I love you like a brother, but
That's usually when something. Go ahead and finish that sentence. Okay,
but I know you would throw me in.
Derek, I want to go to the end with you.
No, hold on. I'm just giving an example. I'm just saying the commitment. Just like I know, can I be honest? If I go into a competition show,
yeah,
I know X would never throw me in. But Kylin would.
Because he's scared of you.
But
that Kylin. He don't want you, and you don't want him in a hall brawl, Kylin.
No, he don't want that. I'm waiting for a physical competition so I can.
Would y'all smooch before the hall brawl or after?
I ain't smooching with him.
All right, I got a question, guys. Did y'all see David getting hype before the challenge?
No.
He was saying, like, people in the house don't respect me.
Yes.
It's my time to earn it. Did
Yes.
y'all see how hype he was after the challenge?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I thought he was going to punch the wall. Be like a rocker. Like, yeah, man.
Okay, we see David was very excited to learn that he won. And again, what was interesting about this method in which they had to break through the glasses, and each partner had to break a piece of the glass. And X came up with and again, I feel like, is X a Survivor player? Because I felt like that was a very Survivor method of going through it. Listen, let's take the penalties and get through as fast as we can. However, because I'm with him, I'm like, okay, me as a viewer, I'm like, X and Shan gonna win. It's done. However, I think it might have been Shannon or somebody that said X might be breaking a glass for him and Shan, but David and Justine is on their tail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, once that person said that, I'm like, oh my God, it's the editing for me. They're foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And I think Justine and David had 10 seconds. And again, I felt like this was very much a Survivor realm for me, because it shows you Shan and X had 50 seconds.
Yeah.
David and Justine had 10. And again, I don't know how the editing, it's a funny world, but for me, I feel like those 40 seconds that Shan and X didn't have could have potentially, because they got the ends of it, they were killing it. I was like, oh my God, like that's quick. Like it just.
So here's the difficulty, Brice, if I may. Some of these puzzles. Thank you. Some of these puzzles last a while. Some of these puzzles, you can get lucky with a few pieces and it could be quick. So in this case, if they like do the math and they see, all right, if I bust 10 panes of glass, that's a 50-second penalty. Hey, what's 50 seconds in a 10-minute puzzle? Whereas, hey, 50 seconds in a 3-minute puzzle might be a lot more. And they might not know how difficult that puzzle down there on the other side of the glass is. So it's like, maybe he just thought like, yeah, I'm running through this thing. We're going to take that, but I'm so good at a puzzle that we're just going to beast it.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I think that there was two methods that you could have went about it. And obviously we saw both of the methods. I think it came down to because they were so close. They were only 2 pieces away. So it wasn't like they were like, oh my God, all my puzzle pieces are all over the place. They were 2 pieces away. So I think the method was smart on both ends. Because like you said, Wendell, you don't know how long these puzzles could be. It could have been a 10-minute puzzle that we don't know what the hell it could have been. It could have been a tower, but it was only one layer. So not knowing and not being able to look around and see and predict, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So I can't knock both of their methods, because in that situation, I don't know what I would do. For me, just because I'm a bigger dude, I would know, I'm not going to punch out all the glass. You're going to punch yours, you're going to punch mine, because I got to think about getting through that tight space and getting back there quick and shoveling through. So those are things I would take in consideration. But, probably in that moment, X is just like, I could punch one and knock out all 3, which he did, and we can get through this really, really quick.
And clearly he must have underestimated David and Justine, because they was given a like pump. But again, and I'm not hating. More than likely, I probably would have went with the X approach. Like that just, again, sounds... has my survivor brain going, that's smarter. Take a bigger risk up front and get it on the end. But what I was not prepared for was Justine and David coming through with the wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, they were
like I said, okay, sis. And also, I just have to give it up for David in the sense of after they won.
He was talking that talk.
He was talking that talk, but not only talking that talk, again, in this world that we live in, not the funny world of this game, but in the world that we live in, our Black queens do not get the love, the justice that they deserve. And again, all throughout the episode, it all was about David. And, we heard Desi saying he had the most to prove. We even had Justine in the moments questioning him, like, is he really a competitor? And I just love the fact at this moment that he took the time to hype up Justine, saying, listen, look at her resume right now coming from Love Island to the challenge. She got a stronger resume than some of the females that have been playing the challenge for 20 years. Now, my question to you is, Wendell, who's some of the females that have been playing the challenge for 20 years that he was talking to?
Some of the females that have been playing the challenge for 20 years?
I hate that you said it like that.
I don't know. I don't know none of the females that have been playing the challenge. Anyway, but he was like, Justine, you did that. You did that. And I love how hype he was for himself and for his partner, Justine. For this queen. Yes, absolutely.
Now, also, we got some great content here, but also
Xavier.
We could tell that Xavier and Big D have to be close, because Xavier.
Who he sound like? Who he sound like?
Who is that? You? That's you? Because he said. Yeah, he said, I played Big Brother 23. I backstabbed them all and their petty little. That's why Tyson and Survivor's going to beat y'all. I'm still rich and y'all are stupid.
Now, let me do it for you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Wait,
go ahead,
let's give you the mic.
What was the first part he started with? He said,
I played Big Brother 23 and backstabbed them all.
Yeah, I played Big Brother 23. I backstabbed them all. And that's why y'all a bunch of broke, petty bitches.
Oh.
And Tyson and his Juggernaut Survivor crew going to take y'all out. I'm still rich.
And y'all are stupid.
Dang. Now, the broke petty bitches part definitely sound like me. I think he was definitely channeling my gay ass real quick when he was in there. And I'm proud of him because I screamed when I heard him say it. Because I don't blame him for how he felt. And the reason I don't blame how he felt is because of the funny world that we live in. Yeah. There's relationships outside the game and there's relationships in the game. And I can't imagine how I would feel if after, don't matter if it's 5, 2, 1 month, I don't know people's bonds and relationships, but I can't imagine if I went into the game, and I'm just giving an example. If I went into the game and Brice threw me in and I went home, I don't know how I would feel.
Wow.
And if so, I would just tell Brice that, here, bro, petty bitch.
But here's the thing, though, and I think the difference is, though, Derek, if we were to be playing a game like this and you had to throw me in or I had to throw you in, I think the difference would be if it were out of my control and it were happening,
That's
I
what I
would
meant,
come.
yeah.
I would come and tell you. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be
same,
like, you know,
same.
like, and I think that is the difference of, like, you know, I'm not right. And so, like,
But
right,
you wouldn't blindside me, and I wouldn't blindside you.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's what I'm saying. This is a different
funny
type of
world.
funny world. Like, you have power. You have power, right? And if you were like, this is what's happening, like the House vote is going this way, I have to put you in.
Right.
My hands are tied. Understandable. But if my black ass is standing up there and I'm just like, oh my God,
happy as can be,
in charge. Oh my God, like everything's gonna be okay. I might be worried about DX because I don't like DX, but Brice is there, partners with DX. I don't have to worry about anything. So I know I'm okay. So I'm sitting here with you know, just sitting here waiting. And if I hear Brice go,
Brice, say it. Wait. Brice, who are you gonna nominate to go in the arena tonight?
This is me.
It's a tough one, guys. And after much consideration, I'm gonna have to send Wendell Holland in.
Y'all colluded against
I just
me.
want to give my reaction if he did say my name. I just want to
Okay.
show.
All right.
Against me.
It's been a tough decision. A lot going on. We live in, mind you, the key word won't be. We live in a very funny world. And due to out of my control, we're going to have to send Big D in.
What you say, bitch? I know you did not just say my name.
Big D, come downstairs.
Hold on, wait. TJ, press the button.
There's no way. But I'm just saying, like, I give them props because I couldn't just be walking down there. I give
what
them.
would you do?
Oh,
Would
you would be
jump
cussing
down
them.
there?
I'm saying something. You
Bitch,
you lost your mind.
You old bitch, man.
You must have lost your mind, Upper Darby, if you think you're going to throw me in there after all that. You lost your mind.
From Upper
Darby.
I'm not playing with you.
Oh, he's talking to me. I'm not.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I would be hurt. I might even cry because that's how badly, like, it would hurt me. It would hurt me. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know the whole dynamic of everything that's going on. Let me wrap it up for you and how I felt about this whole episode. As a game person, and please, you know, take it, cut it, whatever you guys want to say. As a game person, I understand making the moves that, you know, that would help Alyssa further her game, help DX further their game, help, you know, Kylin further their game. They made these moves. And I'm kind of like, okay, they made these moves. But for me, looking at numbers and looking at Love Island, looking at Survivor, I'm feeling like we're just hitting ourselves and we're not helping ourselves be having those numbers. Because like Brice was saying, Angela's won twice. Kylin has won twice. You would think that, you know, Big Brother's running the house. I think that because of the funny world that Wendell is, you know, has suggested in the beginning of our conversation, I think it's hard for people to be able to come out a game and be able to say, hey, we're still friends and it was just a game and everything's okay and things like that, where it's hard when you make relationships, and it also depends on the relationship you have with that person. That's what I'm getting at. All of us in the Cookout in general have relationships with different people outside the Cookout. Even though we're a whole, it does not mean that because Brittany likes me doesn't mean she has to like everybody else. So if she decides she wants to go out with everybody else, guess what? I gotta understand. But
I got a question for you, Derek.
yes.
Would you agree with me in saying that you can understand why Alyssa and Kylin as a pair would want to gun for X at some point?
At some point,
Okay,
yes.
that's the first part. Secondly, do you also agree that Alyssa can support the mission of the cookout while simultaneously feeling stung by how she was done in that game, in that funny world?
Yes.
Okay. And this is before we take some audience questions or some Twitter questions, but I do understand what you're saying when you say, hey, this is a little premature.
Yeah.
But I'd also think there might be a time when it might be a little too late, or someone might have enough momentum that's like, man, I didn't shoot my shot at the golden boy when I should have. I feel like that's a Steven Fishback-ism.
This is where my butt comes in. If
Hold up.
Yeah. This is where my butt comes in. My big butt. Okay.
Let's see it.
If
Whoa, pause.
don't
Let's see it.
If I did not have that deep connection with someone, fair game. But because I have that deep connection and that trust and vulnerable states and emotions and things that I'm giving an example. I keep saying Brice because I'm so close to him. That's where my big butt comes in, where I go, what are you doing if you have that relationship? That's what I'm getting at, because you got to also, and that's okay. Everyone's grown adults. They can make whatever decision they want to make, but there's going to be consequences afterwards. That has nothing to do with me, has to do with whatever their relationship is, because I'm not on the show, but I'm saying that I can understand how I would feel if my best friend, someone I'm close to, comes into a competition show and week one, make me their storyline of revenge, or we got to get back week one. You're not even in power yet. And
can I give you my big butt, Derek?
How you want to take somebody out? Derek,
can I give you my big butt?
Go ahead. Your butt's not that big, but go ahead.
First of all, this butt is capital. It's a capital B.
Okay. B-U-T.
All right.
Blow the whistle.
On myself. Self-whistle. So, Derek, the only thing I will add to what you said, I understand, and that is her storyline. And similarly, in Survivor 41, we saw Liana's storyline became almost like her obsession with getting Xander out, and it led to her downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I will say, one big but for me is when you play one time and you do very well. In X's case, he won, and in your case, you came in second. I think you have a skewed perception of the game, especially when it's your first time and only time playing. So that when you come back, you might think that your stuff doesn't stink, or you might think that the things that you say or did or do or have done might go over, or those relationships might endure, while a person that you might have gotten out early hold on their first time playing this dream game of theirs, holds that sting until the next opportunity they get. So
then guess what? You should not be friends with people if you feel that way.
But I also feel like, Derek, that's the funny world. Like the funny world.
That's the funny world. But I respect. Let me say this. I respect your opinion. I understand exactly what you guys are saying. I'm going to respect my opinion. You guys don't have to. I don't expect you guys to.
This is all about respect.
I'm just saying. Hold on. I'm
put some respect on your opinion.
I'm just saying I respect your opinion. But what I'm saying, in the funny world, I would never. If I'm like, we're not talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like, for example, like if I sit there and say, me and Shan go on the game together. Me and Shan, we have talked. We're friends. I got like we're friends, but we're not friends. We seen each other. We go to parties. We do stuff. That's it. Where if I look at you two,
but
I'm looking at y'all like we're fucking friends. So
I get that, but also my thing is though, and again, I trust me, I get what you're saying, and that's how I operate and I breathe in my life. At the same time, though, Derek, I feel like that's also puts a target on your back. Like the fact that, like, if I feel like when people see this, they be like, oh, then we know when Big D, if he ever on the show with Tiffany and this, or like I feel like at times when you are the person that I don't know, I just feel like
Right, but let's say we went on a show and we need to sit there and act like we're not friends. Bitch, we can do that. We can get an Oscar nominee. I know we could. But what I'm saying is that if you actually like went through with like getting me out as your friend, I would be like, what in the what are you
smoking? Brice so many times.
Well, that is true. He has. So
every chance I get,
and it's not funny. But,
I get you. Both times.
It's saying, like when you, like I said, you've been to people's events, you've been friends, you let people in your house. I get that. But what I'm saying, I think there's a line. Just like think about your best friend. Think about your best friend. Sarah, right? Is Sarah's name? Sarah?
Yeah, Bryce's best friend. Sarah.
Dara and Sarah, yes.
Okay.
And Wendell.
Okay. No, it's talking to you, Wendell. So if Sarah, for example, went on the show with you and like you have this deep connection and Sarah goes, you know, TJ, this is a crazy game with the algorithm up there. You know, it's just like
with the what?
Whatever, you know what I said.
The algorithm. We got a new word.
You sit up there and Sarah go, Brice, let me do it because I want to see your reaction, bitch. At this time, with everything that's going on, you know, it's a little bit tough and just trying to figure out things. But at this time, I have to throw in Brice Isaiah.
What did you say, Sarah?
Brice Isaiah.
Brice Isaiah, come on down.
Okay.
Now you're in there. Now you got to scramble, get your head together. You're like, oh my God, my closest person I'm close to just threw me in. Now you lost. Now what? Now what do you do? I want to ask both of y'all. What do you do when the person you're the closest to throws you in? Now you lost because you didn't win. Now what do you do? Now we're back to the funny world. What happens in this funny world?
Well, that's in the funny world. Now that we go into the real world, I cuss you out in the funny world. I take time to process my feelings. And again, I would like to think that I'm able to, I definitely think the relationship changes somewhat, but I would like to think that I have to be an adult and I have to understand that it is a game. I would be hurt, but like, I don't know. Again,
y'all still close?
But at the end of the day, I feel like my perception is different from yours and Wendell's. I'm a veteran in this game.
Yes.
I've been in this reality world a little bit longer than you guys. You guys did extremely well on your first time out of your season. And like, you know, for me, I don't know. I feel like my take on things are a little bit different.
I feel like your situation is different though, because there was no mission that went with yours.
No, I mean there wasn't. But
there was no ability to be a mission.
There wasn't any ability.
There was no opportunity. And I'm so sorry.
That's
what I'm saying. I'm sorry that happened to you because
and
when I watched your season, I was like, oh my God, yes, I'm so excited. And then when you got out, I was like, fuck. So when I'm saying
you watched his season?
He did because he's that's my cousin.
What were you, 4?
Okay,
5 years old?
Anyway, before we go to the Twitter questions, like for me, it is like that was a very humbling experience for me. And I think that I have learned and I have grown so much. And me going out so early and being nothing but force, but to root for others and to be able to be a cheerleader has ultimately changed the trajectory of my life.
And I respect that.
And so I feel like, again, my take on a winner and a runner-up is completely different because, like,
my take is never anyone who went out early. I'm not bashing them. I'm not bashing Alyssa. I'm not bashing any of them. That is not my goal in this. My goal is just to say, as a game point of view, it does not make sense. And then that's the game point of view right now, because we're taking out Big Brother play people when now Survivor, Love Island have more numbers. That's my take. That's my take.
Not a good game decision.
Yes, not a good game decision. The funny world, the real world, that's a whole nother conversation. That has nothing to do with me. It's more of I just feel bad because I just don't know how I know how I would react if my best friend put me in and I lost. Like, I would be hurt. That's all I'm taking it as. But as a point, we looked at everything, we saw everything. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know nothing. So let's see how it plays out and then rewind the tape. If I'm fucking wrong, I'm fucking wrong. If I'm right, I'm right.
Derek, Oh, it sounded like you. It sounded like you.
It sounded like it came from.
It sounded like Brice,
came from the big butt. Okay, it sounded like the big.
It sounded like Brice was nervous. For those of you listening to the Purple Pants podcast, that was not a Brice Isaiah toot original. It was Barrick. It was Barrick. It was Big.
I like that Barrick. Like I'm a bear and Derek.
It was Barrick whipping out his fan. Whoosh. It just sounded like a big old
anybody
toot.
wants some. A sadly to evoke.
And now it is time for the questions from Twitter.
Okay.
Our first question comes from Jackie Fung. Jackie_Fung. After seeing Xavier get eliminated, do you think the strong players will now be targeted? I think that's a really good question. Perp? Derek,
no.
what you got?
I don't think the strong players are going to be. I don't think the strong players are going to be targeted. I think that the strong players that are there, because as you heard Tyson and Angela say, they were like, we need to get. Tyson said it definitely in his diary in his green screen. He was like, we need to get rid of the weak players because they don't want to play with the weak players. So I don't think the strong targets are going to be targeted. I think they're going to try to put more, as they call them, weak players in.
Derek, my point to that was, again, we said who's the strongest player in the house? Tyson. To me, yeah. I would think that him saying him preaching to people to aim at weak players, isn't that just a self, like, isn't that just self-preservation? Like, that's all. That's like saying,
I mean, that's his opinion, but that's not how, like, no one's gonna, like, I would never call anybody weak because I don't believe in that. Like,
I just think it's self-serving if you're the strongest player saying let's and you're trying to pitch to everyone, let's go for the weak players. It's like, duh, of course, as a strong player, that might be your pitch because you're the strongest and you've been winning a lot.
Yeah, true. I agree with that.
Brice, what do you think? Do you think people will start targeting the strong players? Are there enough players to even band together and target strong players? Because there's a lot of strong players.
Yeah, I don't know, because for me, when I watch this, I see strong players as Sarah Lucina, Desi. Like those are the type of strong players that I see.
Yeah.
So Danny, even what's his Cinco. So what I think that this question is, do I think that strong players will get eliminated? No, I think that the show lines are now gone. And I think that from this point out, after this, I think that this will have very much ripple effects. And so I think that show on show targets will be getting eliminated.
We got a Tyson quote saying, "Are they doing my dirty work for me?"
Yeah.
And I think what that meant was, all right, we might be able to get this Survivor Shan out of here, and I don't even have to throw her in there. And neither do any of these survivors. So,
and Xavier is a puzzle and a strong competitor, like, as well. Like, of Tyson's get rid of the weak,
for sure. But what I'm trying to say to that is, hey, the survivor lines still might be there, but these big brother lines, my goodness,
don't even
obliterated.
Speechless.
What else we got? Okay, from our good buddy Justin Markowitz, friend of the show, one of our good friends. We've been to his house. We know his family. Don was talking about how he has to watch out for Tyson, but do you think BB going after each other encourages Survivor to work together until the end? Like, all right, if
I
those
don't know.
jokers
That's
are
for y'all,
imploding,
for
we
sure.
stay together. What do you think?
I think that's a question for you guys because you know your guys better than I know. You know, I think what Tyson just saying, hey, watch out for. I mean, Dom saying watch out for Tyson was smart. I mean, Dom's not stupid, which I think that's good. That somebody's onto Tyson's game. But yeah, I definitely think that I just think that it's gonna come down to now that one TV show is getting smaller, it's either going to be let's take out that whole TV show, or it's going to be we need to take out people that are weak. And the thing about it is that whoever is running, like I said, Tyson, I feel like he's running the house. He is making those decisions along with Angela, who is weak to them, which is crazy.
I think that this kind of I think that the survivors and everyone else watching Big Brother implode signals to them that, you know, anyone's fair game. And I do think that, like, yeah, I think especially with the algorithm, I think that these lines are going to be super blurred going forward.
Yeah.
For sure.
Question number 3 from David. Lopez David _23. I was wondering why Big D feels Tiffany and X were targets of this revenge plot on the cookout while Azah and Kylin were not. Why'd they gun for Tiffany and X?
I think this is a tough
Is it because you said Tiffany was one of these overall masterminds that really could have won?
Tiffany is a mastermind, and I think Tiffany got out early because of shenanigans with Cache and Cinco and all that other bullshit. I think that's why Tiffany got out. I don't think it was more on the lines of us taking out Tiffany. I think it was like that situation. I just feel like those two were the main targets because Tiffany was the one who came up with the mastermind for the cookout, and X won BB23. So those are the main targets. When it comes to Azah is, I don't think they look at Azah as a threat, but Azah's a threat. Okay, people don't know that, but she's a threat. Kylin, on the other hand, I don't think Kylin was a target because Kylin has how can I say? I think Kylin would. I don't think Kylin is as ride or die for the cookout. This is straight facts. I don't think Kylin is, and then this is the honest truth. And obviously, I'm going to say it because
let's hear it.
I don't think Kylin is ride or die as the cookout as the rest of us are. So I think when it comes to the cookout, I think Kylin was able to finesse his way with the relationship he has with DX. And because DX is close with Alyssa recently, I think that caused him to be able to skate by not being a target, if that makes sense. But we don't know what happens in the future. I just feel like because Tiffany came up with the mastermind plan and because of the whole episode with Cinco and Cache, she was automatically like, they took opportunity to take her out.
So not only is she, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because of X1, take them out. Yeah. I think with Azah, they don't see Azah as a threat, but Azah is a threat. They just don't see it. They're just whatever. Azah's there, I think with Kylin is already shown throughout the time Mr. Kylin has shown, what comes, where he's really at.
Brice, thoughts on this is from Nathan H. Nate H 47. Thoughts on Sarah's attitude towards DX this episode? She seemed like a bully to me.
I just felt like DX didn't deliver in the challenge, and I would be upset as well. So I didn't see any bullying. I just felt like Sarah being an upset and strong competitor.
What's that quote? What's her name say? Damn, what's her name? Mimi, hit him again. Hit him with me. Hit him again.
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna scoot on over. Hit him again.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that way because, like I said, if people think that you smart, Sarah's thinking like, oh my God, I'm with a smart person. Like, No,
you don't know a
you don't know a
a Catwoman. You watch Survivor and Big Brother. You don't know no Catwoman. What's going on? But also at the same time, Sarah, you ain't know either, sis.
No, she didn't know either. But I don't think it was a bully thing. I think Sarah just says what's on her mind.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that Sarah Lucina is definitely a what you call it. There is a lot going on, and she's a competitor. She's a lover. She got a smart mouth. If you don't know, but that don't mean that she don't love you. So that's what my thoughts are on it.
Okay, Lily wants to know. This is a direct shot at my boy. I was considering calling my boy Dom from the pod, but we're just gonna ask you two gentlemen.
So you Joe Button now. I am asleep.
Don't do it. We could do it right now.
I am asleep.
Are sharks animals? We'll take a vote. Brice, are sharks animals?
They are.
Big D, are sharks animals?
They are. Hold on. Sorry.
And I will say sharks are fish. What's the next question?
A fish is a part of an animal.
A fish is a part of an animal.
A fish is an animal. Animal is in an overall, an animal is an animal, but there are mammals, there are fish, there
amphibians.
are reptiles, amphibians, there are a lot of different things. So,
and what are you? You're an amphibian, right?
I am.
What's the next question?
The next question
from James, the Challenge USA, James Wallington.
Boy, my baby boy.
We are James Wallington
baby, my baby boy. The only LGBTQ plus member out there, or was out there holding it down, went to 2 eliminations, held it down, an icon, a legend, a one half of the member of the Amazing Race season. Okay, James.
Yes. The man himself. James says, I want to join you one of these days. And James, you are invited anytime. You know we love you to death, my man. We're so proud of you and how you represented out there, and keep shining your bright light. You can come join us anytime, my friend. You know what it is.
And so every week, Derek, Wendell and I have been doing Players of the Week. And I just want to share with you guys, my Player of the Week this week was David. I feel like he had a lot to prove.
He did.
And he told everybody out there, put some respect on my name.
Okay.
And not only did he say put some respect on my name, he actually followed it up. And I just, I felt like, have I missed David as a zaddy? I feel like I don't know what's going on, but like
we'll keep that in mind next time we all hang out.
Yes. And so, Wendeezy, who was your Player of the Week?
My Player of the Week was Justine, the wonderful and very strong, talented woman. Like she's a beast. She's one of these Love Island women that are finding their way through it. And she stood right next to David. They went through the glass. They got to the end and they did the puzzle. So Justine, much respect to you, sis. Keep doing what you're doing. Wishing you very well out there. I'm glad that people put some respect on you and your partner's names. And much respect, girl. Like, keep it up.
Yes. I think that this episode was like the perfect episode to have Derek Frazier, a part of the regular podcast, to come on the Wendell Holland YouTube channel of the Challenge Breakdown. It's been so much fun. Derek, honestly, you ain't yo big old butt. What you say? But your big old butt.
I got a big butt.
Delivered as always.
Yes, and I appreciate you guys letting me come on your podcast and being able to speak. Like I said, everything I say is nothing to hurt anyone, not to demolish anyone. I just speak in facts.
Okay, well, Derek, we really, really appreciate you, and you did a good job speaking facts, and we were able to find some common ground. We respect you. You know that. We respect.
Y'all respect me.
I'm trying to put some respect on your name. And for all the listeners, make sure you subscribe to the Wendell Holland YouTube channel. Subscribe so you can watch the challenge breakdown and leave a comment. You know I respond to all the comments. Brice just looks at them and just sends me screenshots of them. And
shout out to Mia. Was asking me in the comments what I was drinking. I'm drinking water, Miss Mia, this week. So don't do that.
okay, all right. And the audio can be found on my brother, the executive producer of this podcast, Brice Isaiah's Purple Pants podcast. The audio will be out soon, and you can find that on all streaming sites. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Okay, but before we go for the Window YouTube channel, people, can we all lock in? Okay, can we all just fall and that be the end of the podcast? Okay, TJ gonna press the button. Hold on, wait, let me.
I better not hurt my knee.
Evan put this in the promo. 1, 2, 3. TJ! It's Brice and Win with the challenge
breakdown.
It's Brice and Win with the challenge
breakdown.
It's Brice and Win with the challenge
breakdown.